Good morning. Welcome to the 2025 House Standing Committee on Families and Children. First off, I would like to welcome the new members on the committee, Representative Bojanowski, Representative Callaway, Representative Doan, Representative Duvall, Representative Holloway, Representative Mosier, Representative Pollock, and Representative Stalker. We're very excited to have you all on committee and helping us make great policy for families and children here for the Commonwealth. I would also like to welcome my new Vice Chair, Representative Wilson. He is running a little late, I'm assuming, this morning, and that's okay. Usually I am too. It's a new you. New year, new me. I hereby call this the first meeting of the House Standing Committee on Families and Children to order. As a reminder, please silence your cell phones. DJ, please call the roll.
Representative Bojanowski.
Here.
Representative Callaway.
Present.
Representative Kleins.
Here.
Representative Dietz.
Here.
Representative Doan.
Present.
Representative Duvall.
Here.
Representative Elliott. Representative Holloway.
Here.
Representative Mosier. Representative Pollock. Representative Rayburn.
Here.
Representative Riley. Representative Rorks.
Here.
Representative Stalker.
Present.
Vice Chair Wilson. Chair Heverin.
Here. The first bill we will hear today is House Bill 164 by Representative Wesley. Could you please make your way to the testimony table with your guests? I'm going to have you all introduce yourself for the record, and then I'm going to talk about the House Committee substitute. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Lady Chair and Committee, for allowing us to come and speak on this bill today. My name is Representative Wesley from the 91st District, which is Estill, Powell, and Madison. And this is my good friend, Caitlin.
Is it ready?
Mm-hmm.
Lady Chair and Committee, thank you for allowing us to be here and running this bill for us today.
Please introduce yourself.
Oh, Caitlin Rollins.
Thank you. It's okay. We're all normal up here for the most part. Okay, so I do have a proposed House Committee substitute. I'm going to discuss it, and then we will need a motion on the committee substitute. So basically what the committee substitute does is this is an honorary bill, and so it just says that if there were any survivor benefits or any inheritance, that this would not go to the honorary adoptive parents. I've got a motion and a second on the amendment. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the amendment passes. All right, please proceed with your testimony.
Thank you, Lady Chair. I would just like to allow Caitlin to explain the situation, what brought this bill about, and this is basically for foster care parents or foster children parents. And it's to bring closure for what they go through and what they went through with the loss of a child. So, Caitlin, if you don't mind, if you can explain the situation.
Thank you, Lady Chair. So, excuse me. My husband, Jason, and I started fostering about 4 years ago, and we took in a kinship placement of his second cousin. He was 12 months old at the time, and we adopted him July of 2023, and during his placement in foster care, he had a younger sibling born. He was born premature and drug exposed, and I brought him home from the NACU at UK Children's Hospital, and at 9 weeks old, he had a SIDS event, leaving him with a severe anoxic brain injury. He then spent the next 27 months on a ventilator with an ABI and several other medical issues. So his life was revolved around doctor's appointments and therapies and just a whole list of complications. May 30th of 2024, he unexpectedly and suddenly passed away. There was no true warning that it was that time. We knew that it could be short, but not when. So we had already scheduled for our adoption to be June 24th of 2024. And so he passed away just 24 days before that. And they told us that there was no guarantee that we could get our adoption because there was no standing law for Kentucky that said that they could or could not do that. So that was really the only argument that we had. We still got to have our adoption hearing. When we went to our judge, we said it just like that. We can't find anything that gives you grounds for this, but we can't find anything that says you can't. And the judge went out on a limb, and she said that it was kind of just a once in a lifetime deal, that she didn't. It wasn't something that she could see herself being able to do. She did it for us, so we got our adoption, but that didn't give grounds for any other family who might find themselves in this situation. I guess our biggest argument for the situation as a whole is we believe that all children deserve parents in life and death. And from day one, Braylon had parents. He had us. He had my husband, Jason, and I, and we loved him as if he was biologically ours. And we buried him without legal parents on his birth certificate or his death certificate. And thankfully, I was able to get those amended to where they had us listed legally. But if a child passed away tomorrow in Kentucky, there is no law that says that another judge has to do what was done for us. And I think that it's very unfair for children to be buried without those legal parents listed. It was for no gains. There was no benefits to come from Braylon's death. We wanted no gains. We didn't want to have his adoption to use it for any gains. We simply just wanted to be listed as what we were known as, and that was his parents, and so that he could rest with parents listed. And that was the most important factor for us, and I think that that's the most important thing for the situation. I think that's a summary of it.
If I can add, Lady Chair, they adopted 3 children, or was in the process of 3 brothers. One passes away. And so it wasn't just one child, and it had nothing to do with any insurance, is what some was trying to bring out. So we're thankful for the amendment that was placed on there. This is basically to bring closure to these parents. And we're just thankful that they have a heart for what they do and what they've done.
Thank you. We've got a motion by Representative Pollock and a second by Vice Chair Wilson. Does anyone have any questions? And Representative Pollock, I think that you made a motion on House Bill 164 as amended by House Committee Substitute 1. That's correct. Thank you. Do we have any questions? Representative Dietz?
I am so sorry that you had to go through this. I guess my question when I read this, and I don't know if it's something we could fix, when I read the conditions, this looks like all 4 of those conditions have to be met. And I guess my concern is, as a family law attorney that handles adoption, sometimes I don't get that GAL report until right before I'm going into court. I don't know if that's, so are we saying all 4 of those things have to be met? Because I sure would hate that a guardian ad litem wouldn't file their report, and that would be the hang up. And I'm sorry, I'm just reading this and seeing that could be something, an unintended consequence. So that would be my only concern. It's a great bill. I'm so glad you brought it. I just worry that we're not going to get the guardian ad litem report.
The way I understand that these are just options that could be added. It doesn't have to be a requirement for them to have all these.
Representative Dietz, it does actually. So it would say you have to have all 4 for that. And so I think if that would be a concern that you would have, I'm sure the sponsor would be welcome to work with you on a floor amendment to make sure to clean that up because, especially someone who practices, we want to make sure that it would be attainable for other families to move forward. And so why don't we talk about a House floor amendment? We can pass this out of committee, and then we can work on the House floor amendment to make sure that what you're wanting to do is going to move forward. Okay, so I have a motion and a second. Does anyone else have any questions? Seeing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Bojanowski,
Yes.
Representative Callaway,
Yes.
Representative Kleins, Representative Dietz,
Yes.
Representative Doan, Representative Duval,
Yes.
Representative Elliott, Representative Holloway, Representative Mosier,
Yes.
Representative Pollock,
Yes.
Representative Rayburn,
Yes.
Representative Riley, Representative Rourke,
Yes.
Representative Stalker,
Yes.
Representative Wilson, Chair Heverin.
Yes. All right. House Bill 164 passes 16-0. So it's going to pass favorably out of committee and should do so on the House floor. Representative Dietz, please get with Representative Wesley to work on the House floor amendment.
Lady Chair of Committee, thank you so much for today.
The next bill we will hear is House Bill 242. Madam Chair Heverin, could you please continue to make your way to the testimony table? Could you all please introduce yourself for the record and proceed with your testimony?
Hello, I am State Representative Samara Heverin. I represent the 18th District, which is all of Grayson County and a portion of Hardin County.
Hi, my name is Matthew Walden, and I am here. I'm a child welfare researcher. I conduct studies and research to help children that are involved in the child welfare system and the foster care system, and I'm here as a private citizen.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. House Bill 242 creates an opportunity to ensure that there's more transparency and information available as we push to improve the child welfare system in Kentucky while balancing necessary privacy protections. It ensures Kentucky's child welfare program data is available to be evaluated by researchers to increase access to critical information for decision makers and child welfare stakeholders. Interested in ensuring that the Commonwealth is investing in and supporting the best practices that produce the best results for vulnerable children in Kentucky. I would be happy to take any questions that the committee may have.
With a motion being made and a second and seeing no questions, I'll ask the call roll.
Representative Bojanowski,
Yes.
Representative Callaway,
Yes.
Representative Kleins, Representative Dietz,
Yes.
Representative Doan, Representative Duval,
Yes.
Representative Elliott, Representative Holloway,
Yes.
Representative Mosier,
Yes.
Representative Pollock,
Yes.
Representative Rayburn,
Yes.
Representative Riley, Representative Rourke,
Yes.
Representative Stalker,
Yes.
Representative Wilson,
Yes.
Chair Heverin.
Yes.
With a vote count of 16 yes to 0 no and no passes, this bill passes the committee with favorable expression and hopefully will do so on the floor. Thank you.
Please don't jinx it, Chairman Wilson. Thank you. Okay, next we will review the referred administrative regulations on this committee. There is an agency amendment, so generally we do not vote on regulations, but we will need to vote on the amendment today. So can CHFS please come to the table? Please introduce yourself for the record, and then you can get started. Make sure to turn on your microphone. You'll see the bright green button.
Got it. Good morning. My name is Veronica Sears. I'm the Adoption Branch Manager with the Division of Protection and Permanency, the Department for Community-Based Services.
And my name is Kristen Breeden. I'm the Out-of-Home Care Branch Manager for DCBS, DPP.
I'm here this morning.
Make sure to push up your mic just a little bit.
Is this good?
Yes, thank you.
So I'm here this morning to talk about Regulation 050 and 060, which is state-funded adoption assistance and Title IV adoption assistance. These regulations would allow...
I am so sorry to interrupt.
You're
So
okay.
we actually just need to hear about the proposed agency amendment.
Is that 490?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
So
Yeah.
490 is
No,
mine.
You're totally
yeah,
fine.
we're all together. So 490, we took out the civil determination line. We had, in the original one, already had it removed, but we did not have it removed in the bottom two sections. So for both foster parents and relative. The cabinet is unable, we can't really do a civil determination on any of our checks. However, we can do substantiations in our system, and we already checked that. So it's really removing something that we don't have the ability to do, and something that civil determination could be a old finding from 20 years ago, and that says shall not. So if you have an old finding from 20 years ago in court, you could never become a relative provider or a foster parent. It may not even be a criminal finding. It might not even be that serious. It could be educational neglect, would stop you from getting your grandchild placed in your home. So that's why we want that removed. If it's more serious findings, we already have all that in 490 to prevent and make sure safety is being established.
Does anyone have any questions about the amendment?
Motion to accept the agency amendment.
That's
All right, we have a motion we've got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The agency amendment is approved. Okay. Does anyone have any questions or comments of any of the other referred administrative regulations? If none, we will find these administrative regulations reviewed. Thank you. The next meeting of the House Standing Committee on Families and Children will be on Thursday, February 20th, 2025 at 9 a.m. here in room 171 of the Annex. Motion to adjourn?